Did you know that while millions of North Koreans struggle to find their next meal, Kim Jong-un enjoys a breakfast of sushi, shark fin soup, and Kobe beef? Welcome to the shocking world of North Korea's supreme leader, where luxury and starvation exist side by side. The people's plight. As we step away from Kim Jong-un's lavish lifestyle, a haunting question emerges. What does a day look like for the average North Korean? Brace yourself for a stark reality that challenges everything you know about modern life. Imagine waking up in a small, cramped apartment with no electricity. The darkness is pierced only by the dim light of a candle or a battery-powered lamp. This is the reality for millions of North Koreans who start their day without the basic amenities we take for granted. The struggle for survival begins before the sun even rises. For most North Koreans, the first task of the day is securing food and clean water. The average citizen's diet consists primarily of boiled rice and bean paste, a far cry from the nutritious meals needed for a healthy life. Animal protein is a luxury that few can afford or access. The search for food is a constant preoccupation, with many North Koreans spending hours in queues for limited rations or foraging for whatever they can find. Clean water, another essential we often take for granted, is a precious commodity in North Korea. Many citizens must trek long distances to fetch water from communal taps or rivers, often risking their health due to contamination. This daily struggle for one of life's most basic necessities highlights the dire conditions faced by the North Korean people. As the day progresses, the challenges continue to mount. Electricity is a scarce resource in North Korea, with frequent power outages disrupting daily life. Imagine trying to work, study, or even prepare a meal without reliable access to electricity. This lack of power affects everything from healthcare facilities to educational institutions, severely limiting the country's development and the opportunities available to its citizens. Personal freedoms, something many of us cherish, are severely restricted in North Korea. Travel within the country is tightly controlled, with citizens needing permission to move between regions. Access to information is equally limited, with the government maintaining a tight grip on media and communication channels. The internet, a tool we use daily for work, entertainment, and connecting with others, is virtually non-existent for the average North Korean. The cumulative effect of these hardships takes a severe toll on the health of the North Korean people. Malnutrition is rampant, leading to stunted growth and a host of related health issues. The lack of proper healthcare facilities and limited access to medical supplies further exacerbate these problems. Many North Koreans suffer from preventable diseases and conditions that go untreated due to the country's inadequate healthcare system. The statistics paint a grim picture of life in North Korea. Estimates suggest that nearly 40% of the population lives in poverty, with food scarcity remaining a critical concern. These numbers, however, fail to fully capture the day-to-day struggles faced by millions of North Koreans who live on the brink of starvation and deprivation. Despite these overwhelming challenges, the resilience of the North Korean people shines through. They have developed incredible adaptability in the face of ongoing hardships. Communities come together to share resources, support one another, and find innovative ways to survive in an environment that seems designed to break the human spirit. A day in Kim's paradise. While ordinary North Koreans struggle to survive, their leader lives in a world of unimaginable excess. What if you woke up tomorrow as Kim Jong-un? How would your day unfold in a country where luxury and deprivation exist side by side? Welcome to the life of North Korea's supreme leader, where opulence knows no bounds. Unlike his citizens who rise at dawn to face another day of hardship, Kim Jong-un's mornings start much later. It's not uncommon for the dear leader to wake up well into the afternoon, a stark contrast to the early risers who populate his nation. As Kim stirs from his slumber, a team of servants springs into action, preparing an extravagant breakfast spread fit for royalty. While millions of North Koreans subsist on meager portions of rice and bean paste, their leader indulges in a feast that includes delicacies like shark fin soup and Kobe beef. But perhaps the most telling item on his morning menu is the Brazilian coffee, a luxury import that cost North Korea millions in 2016, despite widespread malnutrition in the country. After breakfast, Kim might choose to take a spin in one of his many luxury vehicles. His collection includes an armored Rolls-Royce Phantom and a Mercedes Maybach limousine, symbols of extreme wealth in a country where most citizens lack access to basic transportation. These cars, worth hundreds of thousands of dollars each, stand in sharp contrast to the bicycles and overcrowded buses that are the norm for ordinary North Koreans. Kim Jong-un's residences are equally lavish. He owns multiple properties across North Korea, each more opulent than the last. One of his prized possessions is a 95-foot yacht, equipped with luxury amenities that most of his citizens couldn't even imagine. But perhaps his most impressive mode of transport is his fortress train, a 21-carriage behemoth designed for both security and comfort. With bulletproof walls and state-of-the-art technology, this train is a testament to Kim's paranoia and need for protection. Throughout his day, Kim Jong-un remains obsessed with maintaining a certain image, both for himself and his citizens. He has been known to dictate hairstyles and public conduct, creating a culture of fear and compliance. This control extends to every aspect of North Korean life, from the clothes people wear to the way they behave in public. Despite the strict limitations on foreign influences in North Korea, Kim indulges his personal fascinations freely. His friendship with former NBA star Dennis Rodman is well known, symbolizing his love for basketball. This connection to American sports culture stands in stark contrast to the tight restrictions placed on ordinary North Koreans' access to foreign media and entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, Kim's evenings are often filled with private screenings of Hollywood films and lavish parties. While his people face nightly blackouts and food shortages, their leader enjoys high-quality cuisine and world-class entertainment. These gatherings, often lasting into the early hours of the morning, showcase the vast disconnect between Kim's lifestyle and the harsh realities faced by his citizens. As night falls, Kim retreats to one of his many secure locations. Whether it's a lavish palace, a seaside villa, or his fortress train, the supreme leader rests easy, protected by layers of security and comfort. Meanwhile, millions of North Koreans retire to their modest homes, many without electricity or proper heating, preparing for another day of struggle and survival. The cost of luxury. As Kim sleeps soundly in his opulent surroundings, a question hangs in the air. What's the true cost of his lavish lifestyle? The price tag might shock you, and it's not just measured in dollars. The stark contrast between Kim Jong-un's world of luxury and the harsh reality faced by ordinary North Koreans raises important questions about the methods used to maintain such extravagance in a country plagued by poverty and hardship. At the heart of Kim's ability to sustain his lavish lifestyle lies a complex system of resource diversion and prioritization. The North Korean regime systematically redirects national resources and international aid away from civilian needs and towards military spending and the leader's personal indulgences. This misallocation of funds has severe consequences for the North Korean people, exacerbating poverty and limiting access to essential services. The regime's focus on military spending is particularly detrimental to civilian life. While millions of North Koreans struggle to access basic necessities like food and clean water, Vast sums are poured into developing military capabilities. This skewed prioritization not only perpetuates the cycle of poverty, but also isolates North Korea further from the international community, leading to increased sanctions and economic hardship. Kim Jong-un's governance style is characterized by extreme suppression of dissent, with severe consequences for those who dare to criticize the regime. The tight control over information and personal freedoms we discussed earlier is just one aspect of this suppression. Those who speak out against the government or attempt to expose the reality of life in North Korea face harsh punishments, including imprisonment in labor camps or even execution. The lengths to which the regime will go to maintain power are truly shocking. One of the most extreme examples of this is the assassination of Kim Jong-un's half-brother, Kim Jong-nam. In 2017, Kim Jong-nam was killed at an international airport using a lethal nerve agent, a brazen act that demonstrated the regime's willingness to eliminate perceived threats, even on foreign soil. This incident sent a chilling message to potential dissenters both within and outside North Korea. The international community has not stood idly by in the face of North Korea's human rights violations and aggressive military posture. Numerous sanctions have been imposed on the country, targeting its economy and leadership. However, these measures seem to have had little impact on Kim Jong-un's personal lifestyle. Despite the restrictions, he continues to indulge in luxury goods and maintain his lavish standard of living, highlighting the regime's ability to circumvent international pressure. The persistence of Kim's extravagant lifestyle in the face of sanctions and widespread poverty within North Korea reflects a deeply entrenched system of power and privilege. As noted by journalist Anna Fifield, his #1 goal is how to stay in power. All he cares about is holding on to his job and keeping his family in charge of North Korea. This singular focus on maintaining control, regardless of the cost to the North Korean people, lies at the heart of the country's ongoing crisis. The disparity between Kim Jong-un's life of luxury and the struggles of ordinary North Koreans is not just a matter of personal indulgence. It represents a fundamental imbalance in the allocation of resources and power within the country. The regime's prioritization of military spending and personal luxury over the basic needs of its citizens has far-reaching consequences, perpetuating a cycle of poverty and oppression that affects millions of lives.